Hi guys, in today's video I want to talk about the movie Dune. I've just watched it and it's absolutely amazing. I'm blown away, and I thought it would be a very cool idea to do like a book to movie comparison type of video, and I can be a little bit nitpicky to like the movie. And also warning, this is going to be spoiler filled. So if you haven't watched the movie, just know spoilers everywhere, spoilers absolutely everywhere, you have to watch out. So let's get into the video. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the characters, and I really empathize with the characters while watching the movie. I believe they are much more impactful and their character arcs are much more fulfilling, because I think in the book you don't necessarily always get to see how they feel. Because you get to see them, you get to see their faces, their reactions, how they behave, how they feel, basically. It adds that layer to the characters that is kind of missing in the book. So I really appreciated that. And another thing that I really loved, and it's not just two things that I loved about what Denis Villeneuve did to Dune, but another thing that comes to mind is the fact that he cut out certain things from the book, like the amount of information or certain plots and certain foreshadowings. I really liked the decision. I knew that he had to make a lot of directorial decisions when adapting the book, but I really like that because as someone who hasn't read the book, like some of my family members who haven't read the book, it's great because he didn't pour a lot of exposition. They didn't feel suffocated while watching the movie, because frankly it's a whole new world that you have to get used to in 3 hours worth of time, or 2.5 hours. I don't know how long the movie is, but it's still a lot. So he cut out characters and plot lines, and he will be doing them obviously in the second part of the movie, but I really like that, and he did it well. It's not that the movie feels lacking, it's not that at all. It's just that he knew how to sort out basically Dune so he can adapt it and not make his moviegoers feel suffocated by the amount of things, of information that they have to. But yeah, it didn't feel like too much information for you to sit through. It just felt very organic, and I love that. Why is this fly on me? God damn it. And I bet you cannot see it, and I look mad. I look absolutely insane. God damn it. Very rude. While cutting certain things and themes and plots, basically, he put others in the limelight. For example, the scene where Duke Leto and Paul witness their first worm. I really loved it in the movie because you see Paul actually getting out of the craft and going to tell the people, get on board, we're gonna save you, leave the spice alone. And then you see him kneeling down in front of the thing that takes out the spice. I forgot the name, sorry. And it's such an impactful scene, because that's the first time you actually see Paul being affected by the spice. And it's such an intense moment in the movie, because in the book it's like he eats food that is very rich in spice, and then he gets these like visions of the possible futures. And I really liked the scene where he gets affected by the spice in the movie, because it adds a lot of suspense to the scene. And I really enjoyed the jump cut with Gurney Halleck when he saves Paul and he drags him to Duke Leto in the vehicle so they can fly away. When I'm talking about that scene, I have to refer to the fact that this whole movie is such a colossal visual type of movie. The sheer scale of things in this movie is absolutely insane. The crafts that the guild have, and the worms and everything, the whole of Arrakis, it's absolutely insane, and it's shot in such a brilliant way that it makes everybody feel so immersed. Like from the get-go, you're straight in the movie, and it's such an interesting experience. It's very unique. I haven't felt that way with a movie for a long time, basically. And I believe I've watched it with a few of my family members who haven't read the book, and they were just as immersed. So it wasn't just me that read it and like felt that way, because I was used to Arrakis and used to all this like humongous story. it's for everybody. So everybody will get immersed and will be just flabbergasted by the sheer scale of things. It's just super beautiful, and the cinematography and the sound design, everything just fits into place and creates this just visual experience that it's unique. There's a scene with a CGI which is a bit but that lasts like 10 seconds, so it's not bad, but everything is just beautiful. Like, it's a work of art, basically, what I'm trying to say. And also the actors are amazing in the movie, so it's a win-win situation. Now let's get back to the way Dune was adapted. I really loved, so Frank Herbert in his prose likes to switch up between characters in just a single scene, and you get to see all these POVs. Well, Denis Villeneuve kind of did that, because you get to switch POVs in such incredibly intense scenes. It adds to the suspense of the overall situation. And the scene that I have to give as an example is when Duke Leto is captured and taken to the Baron, and it's the whole situation with the poisoned teeth. And parallel to that, we see Paul Atreides and Lady Jessica being captured and escaping. And the constant switch between the POVs is just so well done and at the exact right moments. And I love the fact that a bit of sort of the prose of Frank Herbert translated to the movie because of the constant POV switch, and it's just so cute. Like, it's such an homage to Frank, and I just love that. I loved it. It built up suspense, it showcased the actors. And also, talking about the actors, I know I'm a bit rambly, but I have to say, the only thing in the Dune book, in the book itself, that I didn't like was the line that Paul delivered to Lady Jessica when they're both in the tent, and he said, "You Bene Gesserit made me a freak!" A freak! And when he said freak, I was like, that's cringy.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird.
I'm a weirdo.
And I was really, really looking forward to seeing Timothée Chalamet deliver it. And boy, did he do a great job. Like, I know he's a great actor, but he really did a great job. I'm amazed. Like, really amazing. And it's a bit nitpicky, but I really like that Denis Villeneuve kept the line and Timothy really delivered it. It's so cool to see. I'm happy about it. Another thing that I really liked, and I was a bit about, was the duel between Paul Atreides and Jamis. And this happens right at the end of the movie, because the movie is going to be 2 movies, and I really enjoyed the duel. It didn't happen in the siege. It happened after Lady Jessica and Paul met with Stilgar, and they convinced him to take them to the siege. And besides the fact that they changed the place where the duel happens, the biggest change, in my opinion, is the fact that the duel really showcases how compassionate Paul is, because you don't get that line from Lady Jessica where she tells Stilgar that he doesn't kill Jamis because he's used to fighting with a shield, so he's always very slow, not very slow, but slower when he has to push the knife in somebody. But rather, we get to see that Paul has never killed anybody. I love that, because it shows another layer to Paul just through a duel. And I like that. I like that they put a spin to the duel. And also, it was really cool. I really liked how they fought and how he was saying, "Yield, do you want to yield?" And it was so cool. I really enjoyed it. Even if it's changed up a bit, it's changed in a new and not better per se, but a good way, a really good way. So when I'm thinking about the movie versus the book in those terms, I do believe that the book has way more information, and it's more focused on the ideas of the world, on the principles, on spirituality, religion, philosophy, politics. It's more focused on that rather than on the chosen one's journey. And I really love that. It's very unique in that sense. I haven't read a science fiction fantasy book like that ever, and I love Dune. Whereas the movie is more suspenseful. But yeah, those are the main differences that I can like pinpoint, and I like that. I'm very excited for the next movie. I really hope in the next movie we'll get more and more ideas, and we'll explore more of the world and see sieges and everything. And I adore it. I cannot wait to watch it again and again because it's become one of my favorite movies that I've seen this year and in a long time, to be honest. Yeah, it's just incredible. I cannot wait for the second one. I really hope Hans Zimmer will do the sound design for the next movie as well, because it was great. I don't want to be the type of person that says it's the best work of Hans Zimmer, because he has masterpieces everywhere. Like, he's amazing. But this sound is otherworldly. It just submerges you. It lulls you into the story so well. Like, you can hear the music and it drags you in the story. It makes you feel like you're on Arrakis and like you're in another world. And I love that. Everybody came to this project and they delivered. It's a movie that I highly recommend to watch. Even if you haven't read the book, even if you've read the book, it's a great experience. You'll get new things from it. It's not like you're rereading the book, even though you should, because it's a great book. If I have to pick, I cannot pick one or the other, because the book is the thing that made the movie possible. And I love the book for what it is, and I love the movie for what it's done with the material it has. They're both great, but I can say that I really believe that here is the book and the movie is right here. Like, it's right there. It's so good. It's a 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to call it. If you guys have read the book or have watched the movie or done both, just let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts and opinions, and what did you like, what you didn't like. And if you haven't already, go check out my other videos. They'll be right here over there somewhere. And if you haven't, please go subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!